Happening now, the search is on this morning for a known violent sex offender. Laverne police releasing this photo of Adrian Jones last night, asking for help finding him. Police say he tampered with his monitoring device. His last known locations were in Smyrna along Sam Ridley Parkway and I-24 around hotels, gas stations, and Stonecrest Hospital area. He was also seen in Laverne along Stones River Road and Murphysboro Road. He has multiple tattoos on his face and neck, so should be pretty easy to spot. Officers say Jones should be considered violent and dangerous. If you know where he could be, call Crime Stoppers immediately.
Schools across the country are working to keep their teachers and students safe after last week's deadly shooting inside a Florida school. Some districts here in the mid-state are holding special action days to make sure their safety plans are clear and ready to go. News Channel 5 Dan Kennedy live from the Metro Nashville Public School offices. In Williamson County actually canceled classes today. They're going to host a bunch of meetings today. Is that right, Dan?
That's exactly right. In fact, just saw a tweet come down from the Williamson County Superintendent, Dr. Mike Looney. And Amy, he says in his tweet, students today, your teachers, administrators, and school support staff will spend the day talking about our safety plans. He then says, I hope you search for college scholarships and get rid of video games that glorify killing. Says rest because tomorrow we are going to work hard. That tweet just coming down from Dr. Looney of Williamson County Schools. He decided to cancel classes today for students on this President's Day, but still asking teachers and support staff to come in and review some of their safety protocols. Metro Nashville doing the same thing. Students here in Metro were already scheduled to be off for President's Day, but teachers and administrators will be here for a professional development and planning day, going over their safety plans and procedures. In Williamson County, the SROs are also going to be participating in today's events. Also want to pass along that in Murray County, they are having school today, but principals will meet after classes to go over their crisis response plan. So Amy, Rebecca, a whole lot happening at schools across our area today in light of last week's shooting in Florida. Reporting live outside the Metro School Board, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
And a lot of parents watching closely, as are we. Thanks so much, Dan. New video this morning of the suspected Florida school shooter walking to a McDonald's restaurant close to the scene after he opened fire on students. Police say 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz pulled a fire alarm inside Stoneman Douglas High School last week and started shooting students and teachers once they were in the hallway. 17 people were killed and dozens more injured. He is now charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder. The school will remain closed all week long, according to administrators. And today, advocates will host a lie-in near the White House in response to the Parkland shooting. Today's lie-in will happen at 12:15 and will last 3 minutes long as a symbol of how long it took the suspect to buy an AR-15 rifle. Over the course of the next month, students across the country are also planning a school walkout to protest gun violence.
The school shooting in Florida impacts all of us no matter where we live. If you need to talk through what happened, there is somewhere that you can turn for help. The nonprofit 211 hotline is available nationwide for anyone struggling to come to terms with the news. At the call center in Florida where the attack took place, they've seen a sharp uptick in anxiety calls related to the shooting. They've also received more suicide-related calls in the past few days than they normally see in a month. Counselors say the next few weeks will be critical for the long-term mental health of anyone dealing with the tragedy.
It really helps me to see that what I do really does matter. I might not get to see the end result all along, but I'm a cog in the wheel, and if I can listen well enough and be able to connect that family with a service that they can get the help that they need, we can do the preventative work or the intervention where we don't get to this place.
Counselors want people to know their services are available to anyone. JetBlue wants to help the family struggling since last Wednesday's shooting. The airline is now offering free flights for victims' families traveling to Florida. JetBlue also announced a partnership with rideshare company Lyft to provide free rides on the ground and is set to host a blood drive in Florida a little bit later this week. Developing news this morning in Murphysboro, where police are still trying to identify a woman found dead on Saturday. Her body was found on Hope Way, just off West College Street. Who she is and how she died are not known now. All police have said is that she is a young black woman. If you have any information on her death, call police. And new this morning, Metro Nashville police say their new youth crime task force is already making strides. Last night, officers arrested a 17-year-old for carrying a stolen semi-automatic pistol. Officers had stopped to talk with a group of teens at Preston Taylor Homes on Clifton Avenue when they asked the group if anyone had a weapon. One of the teenagers said yes, and the gun was found in a pocket. He was booked for unlawful gun possession.
Well, back here in the mid-state, Springfield police need your help finding this man, Patrick Smith. He is considered armed and dangerous, and he's currently on the run. Officers say the 50-year-old is wanted for shooting another man on Spruce Street Saturday night. That victim was later found nearby. He was trying to get to the hospital when his truck ran out of gas. He was taken to Skyline Medical Center, and it's unclear how badly he was hurt. Smith is wanted for attempted homicide. If you know where he is, call police. And we're still working to get more information about an arrest in a bizarre slow-speed police chase that landed an elderly woman behind bars over the weekend. It all started on I-40 in Wilson County Saturday. We're told the 71-year-old only drove about 40 miles an hour before eventually stopping on I-24 at James Robertson Parkway in downtown Nashville. When she did pull over, police said she seemed impaired and she had a parakeet in her hand. Inside her car, officers found multiple baggies of prescription pills. That woman was arrested and the parakeet was taken by animal control.